Everybody online says that making $10,000 a month is very easy and they're already doing it, which is not at all the case. I completely disagree. Trust me, I've been there. It is not at all easy. Yes, it's 100% possible. It is 100% doable and it can happen fast, but it is not at all easy. And the truth behind 99% of those videos is that the guy is either lying to you about the money, so he's not making it at all, he's broke, or yes, he is making the money, but he is not honest with you about the source of that money. So the business model that he is selling you to is not what has made or is making the money for him. So in this video, I'm going to go through the smartest paths that I think are available in 2026, the door that I think are still open, and the new doors that have been opened during these years for 2026 in order to help you to reach your $10,000 per month benchmark in 2026 from online revenue, from online businesses. So stay with me. Nima Ghasemi here from the Takeoff College. So the same story, right? You open up YouTube, you search for making money online or side hustles for making X amount per month or things like that. And you come across those flashy videos that are trying to sell you some kind of business model. They are trying to pitch you some kind of business model, some kind of a random business model that you don't even care about. Drop shipping, social media marketing agency, print on demand business or something like a coaching business or whatever. And they are trying to convince you that those business models are worth trying, are worth spending time and money on. Trust me, I've been there. I actually was you about 3 to 4 years ago. I used to scroll on social media. I used to come across these influencers, these money-making influencers that were trying to sell me their courses. And yes, I got into those traps sometimes. But I very fast and very soon came across some harsh truths and some realities of those random business models that exist in this current world. So those business models what are they? They are social media marketing agency. So the point about SMMA or social media marketing agency or any other kind of those business models is that one, they are very, very saturated. And this is a thing, trust me. Those business models are very easy to do business models with low barriers that a lot of people are doing and they get you nowhere, Something like a social media marketing agency trying to cold call or cold outreach those random people or random businesses and trying to make them and treat them as a money printing machine. So you're like, okay, I'll call them and I pitch my service and it's $3,000 a month and one will accept. It's a very dreamy world. You know what I'm saying? Especially these business models that have a very low barrier, a very low entry barrier, and there are a lot of people doing them, so they are saturated no matter what they are. Again, I say SMMA, drop shipping, what was it? Print on demand, whatever it is, One, they are saturated, and two, the margins are very, very, very low, sometimes even negative, So you set up your drop shipping store, you set up your store, you select your product and you start advertising and you start making money. But as time goes, you'll realize that you're not making any profits, you're making losses, You're spending money on ad spend more than you predicted, and all of a sudden you're making sales, but in a weird way, you're not making any profit. So the margins are very, very low. And these are the two main problems that we're facing with these very cool sounding business models, which don't really work in reality. So what can we do instead? When I was you, I was scrolling social media, I was searching the web, and I came across something called Shopify. Of course, you know it. It's a platform that you can create online stores on, and people are creating online stores on. And I was setting up a store, a test store or something like that, just to see how the platform works. And I came across a tab which was for the themes, the templates that I could choose in order to have my store in those templates. First, I thought that this is for Shopify itself, but as I went and, searched for it and, did some research, realized that these themes are created by actual developers and are supplied to Shopify, and then Shopify is doing the selling for them. So I was in the moon, I was like, what the fuck is happening over here? Why didn't I know all this shit beforehand? And then I was exposed to the world of digital products. So digital products are still to this day, in my opinion, the best ways in order to make passive income. But the point about them is that first, they have to be valuable. So they have to be actually valuable, important products that you and other people care about and are willing to spend a lot of money on. And number two is that they have to be high quality in order to perform well in the competition that exists in this world. But the point about digital products is that the margins are very high. So you spend a heck amount of time doing something, creating a project, creating something meaningful for you. And then you distribute it to those marketplaces that exist, and you don't even have to market it in a weird way. You see that you'll start making some kind of passive money, which increases over time, and you see those numbers in your dashboard. So this is basically it. My step-by-step guide for you is, number one, find a skill and become perfect at it, become a master at it. So in my case, it was Shopify theme development. I found it, there were no kind of resources or educational materials that I had for this, which is very good, is a very good sign, It shows that there's a very, very big barrier in here. It is not easy for people to learn this thing, But I started learning it. I started crafting. I started doing the thing. I started watching videos, searching here, searching there, started reading, and that skill can be anything. In this digital world that we're in, it can be video editing. It can be graphic design. It can be web design, it can be programming, development, or it can be any kind of valuable skill that can help you create something. It can be photography, whatever. And step two is to build a high valuable digital asset. So a very important word here, asset. This has to be very valuable, and it is going to be your asset. It's going to be a money tree for you. So let me make an example. In my case, it was a Shopify theme. So I wanted to start creating this very big project, which was a theme. And at that time, there were teams and big companies doing that, but I wanted to do it by myself. And I started crafting it. I first started designing it and then spent a lot of time coding and programming the theme. For you, it can be anything. It can be a photo that you take and you put out there for graphic designers to use in websites that, you can sell photo stocks and stuff in. It can be a kind of website template as what I did. It can be an educational material. It can be anything, You just need to create a digital asset for yourself. And step number three is the distribution part of that very digital asset. So again, for me, it was a Shopify theme, which I created. And then I went through those marketplaces that existed for Shopify themes. I didn't even have to market my product. I just needed to upload it over there and go through a couple steps. And then my product was live. My product was out there and I was making money off of it. So imagine repeating this cycle, imagine repeating this loop, making it a loop and creating all these digital assets. And over time, these digital assets will stack over each other and the revenue will compound. And at the end, someday you'll wake up and see that you have reached your dream financial level and you're making that money that you have always been dreaming of. So I demonstrated the map for you. If you are looking forward to learning new skills, the Takeoff College is here for that purpose. If you want to go through the very step-by-step plan that I went through and want to do the exact same thing as I did, which I believe is by far the most important and the biggest and the best opportunity to make money, not even thousands, not tens of thousands, but with the potential to reach hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars, which is Shopify theme development. If you want to learn that completely with me, we have this boot camp inside the Takeoff College. We have started it, which is the Shopify theme development boot camp. And inside that course, you will go through everything you need, all the skills you need. We're going to get started with the roadmap that I'm going to show you, and you'll learn Photoshop, you'll learn HTML programming, CSS, Bootstrap, Font Awesome, Animate.css, Liquid, which is the programming language. In a weird way, it's a programming language especially and specifically designed for Shopify and cannot be used anywhere else. And Shopify does not allow you to use any other kind of programming languages rather than its own language, which is Liquid. But it is a very technical course, but in details, I will go through the exact step-by-step process that I went through in order to reach my tens of thousands of dollars and in order to plant those money trees that we're talking about and create my first digital asset ever. So if you want to join me over there, click the first link in the description. The Shopify Theme Development Bootcamp is not available for a long time, but now is public with a decent kind of discount, and you can click the first link in the description right now in order to join us over there and in order to learn the step-by-step process with me. That's all for this video. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and don't forget to like if you like this video. If you want to see more and more of these videos, you can click on the subscribe button and join us in the Takeoff College. And that's all. Take care.